afternoon and welcome back to the Owens Center here in Peoria, Illinois, where we have Mid-America Collegiate Hockey Association playoffs on tap all day long here. In our first game, the Iowa State Cyclones defeated the Missouri State Bears 6-2 in the first game. In our second game of the broadcast, we're going to be bringing you the Marquette University Golden Eagles versus the Loyola of Chicago University Ramblers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eric Willowhite, and welcome to exciting MACHA hockey action here on SportsTownChicago.com. We have two more games after this afternoon's affair between Marquette and Loyola. But before we go to that, obviously we're going to have Marquette and Loyola facing off. Marquette coming in as the number 2 seed in the Silver Division, and Loyola is the 7th seed. Both teams played each other towards the end of January, and Marquette was able to take both games of that set on the 29th and 30th. So Marquette has the head-to-head advantage, 2-0, and they're the number 2 seed. Loyola coming in as the 7th seed, and we'll have play starting here shortly. After this game, we have two more games on tap here on SportsTownChicago.com. We have the number 3 seed Aurora University taking on Bradley. Bradley also of Peoria. That game will come up at 4:30 here on SportsTownChicago.com. And then to close it out this evening, the fourth game and final game is Nebraska taking on Robert Morris University of Peoria, and they're the host school. So that game's going to take place at 7:15 p.m. So those are the other games that are coming up on the schedule here on SportsTownChicago.com. But before we get to that, we're going to have Marquette taking on Loyola here for the number 2 seed Marquette Golden Eagles versus the Loyola Ramblers, the 7th seed. So the puck drop will be getting underway here shortly. Starting goaltenders for both teams. For Loyola in net, number 72, Tyler Kovac. And then in net for the Golden Eagles is number 1, Robbie Amer. Now the Golden Eagles only come in with 1 goalie, so if something happens to Armour, obviously they're going to have an emergency goalie situation. One of the players would have to come in and play for him, but they only have 1 goalie dressed, so Robert Arner is going to have to take control of the game from here on out. And we're underway here in the second game of the MACHA playoffs. Shot on net, quick save for Loyola. And a face-off will go to the right of Tyler Kovac. Loyola University, they're in the maroon with gold and white trim. Marquette in white with blue and yellow trim. Puck behind the net, near boards for Loyola. Dumping it forward is Sean Thornton. Jordan Hawkins for Loyola. Thornton outside his zone. Puck knocked back in, stick to side by Kovac. Chasing after it for Loyola is Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins behind his own net for Loyola, chasing after it. He's being pressured there. And a loose puck picked up, however, by Loyola, Michael Farino. Loyola having some problems getting out of their own zone. Now they finally do. Carrying it over the blue line of Marquette was Nick Piper. However, there's an offsides call, and the faceoff will come outside the Marquette zone. No score here, early going, 19-17 left in the first period. Loyola versus Marquette. The faceoff won by the Ramblers. Carrying it in, shot on net, save! Quick shot attempt off the faceoff by Matt Barnett. And Robbie Arner comes up with the save right in the gut, and he holds on, not giving up any rebound opportunity for the Ramblers to poach in on. Faceoff will go now to the right of Robbie Arner. Loyola wins the draw, however, the puck comes outside the zone, knocked back in. Would have been offside, so the Loyola had to exit the zone and retreat. Marquette skating up with it along the near boards was Johnny Stillman. Stillman knocks the puck into the zone, chasing after it for Loyola is Victor Koster. Near corner. Now that's Johnny Stillman with the puck behind the net for Marquette. Stillman still has it. Far boards keeping it in at the right point for Marquette was Eric Plotz. Now the puck goes down to the blue line for Marquette. Carrying it over into the Ramblers zone and chasing after it for the Ramblers is Victor Koister. Koister behind his own net, feeding it up to Ross Kaminsky. Kaminsky trying to make a drop pass, unable to connect. Now Marquette coming back, puck dumped into the Loyola zone. No icing there. Oh, there is icing. Okay. So we have an icing call, and the faceoff will go back into the Marquette zone. 18:05 to play here. No score. Now faceoff center ice. And Loyola wins the draw. Standing up with it center ice, losing control of the puck, chasing after it for Loyola is Jacob Soman. Soman tried to feed it along the near boards, unable to make a connection with Harrison Oates. I have all their albums. All right, Marquette dumping it into the zone. Chasing after it for Marquette was Christopher Dolan. Dolan in the near corner, feeds it behind the net. Dolan out front, shot, glove attempt, glove by Kovac, and he'll hold on. No rebound given up again by Kovac. And Kovac pointing to something in the near corner there, some debris or buildup. And the refs are taking a look at that. So whatever it is, the ref is carrying it off the ice and he'll dump it off at the score table. The faceoff will be to the right of Kovac in the Loyola zone. Taking the draw for the Warriors is going to be William Podwells. And for Loyola, Nick Piper. Puck drop, Loyola wins the draw. Piper shooting along near boards, going after it behind the Loyola net. Skating with it is Adam Benkovic. Benkovic in the near corner, trying to bring it out front to the goal. He's knocked off play. Benkovic, turnaround, quick shot on net. Stick to side by Kovacs. Far corner for Loyola, Andrew Hadley. Hadley rings it around the boards to Piper, unable to connect. Now picking it back up is Michael Farino for the Ramblers. Still unable to clear. Puck dumped back behind the net, picked up by the Golden Eagles, Michael DeSalvo. And the puck dumped all the way down into the Marquette zone. Arner turns it around to the near boards. Loyola able to keep it in. Puck battle along the near boards. And picking up the puck for the Golden Eagles is Colin Redmond. Redmond centering it ahead to Michael DeSalvo inside the Loyola zone behind the Ramblers net. Picked up by Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins skating in. Coming in for the Ramblers is Matt Barnett. Barnett sticks it over. Quick save, big save there by Robbie Arner, and the puck cleared all the way down back into the Loyola zone. So good scoring attempt for the Ramblers there early. Arner able to hold strong, get the puck out of the zone and cleared back into the Loyola zone. Loyola carrying the puck forward. Levi Bailey. Bailey shot on net, stick to side, blocker save into the net. We're going to have a face-off inside the Marquette University zone. 16 minutes to go, no score. Some decent end-to-end action here and a good scoring attempt for the Eagles just prior, for the Ramblers just prior. There you see the shot saved into the netting from Arner. Face-off won by the Golden Eagles. And they'll knock it inside the Rambler zone where Kovac will hold on to it as opposed to play it. You had a couple Golden Eagle players coming in on him, so he thought better of it and hold on for face-off to his right. Taking the draw for the Golden Eagles will be Corey Quinn. Quinn wins the draw. Loyola takes possession, however. Skating it into the Marquette zone. Puck knocked away, and we have a break attempt out there. However, Kovac came well out of his net to take the puck away, gum up that breakaway attempt for the Golden Eagles. Loyola back into the Marquette zone, far corner. Stick to side by Brendan Notwara for Marquette. Notwara feeds it along the near boards to Kellen Buddy. Buddy dumps it forward. Loyola takes possession over the blue line of Marquette. Chasing after it in the corner is Matt Barnett. Barnett and Buddy. Oh, and a big hit leveled there by Marquette's Christopher Dolan. And now he has the puck along the near boards inside the Rambler zone. Quick shot saved by Kovac. Going after it for the Ramblers now is Jacob Soman. Soman trying to clear. Now it's picked up by the Ramblers. Marquette has the puck now. Over to the left point, Colin Redmond. Redmond trying to get a pass through, unable to do so. Soman lost the puck out front. Puck went wide of Kovacs. Marquette maintains possession in the near boards. Over to the left point. Redmond dumps it back around behind the Ramblers' net. Soman picks it up. Back along the far boards. Breaking out of the zone, unable to, and kept in at the point was Joe Bertrain. Bertrain knocks it out. Loyola is able to take possession. Along the near boards, Harrison Oates dumps it into the Marquette zone. Oates loses the puck. And now the Golden Eagles are coming on the right wing side. Shot, gloved aside. Good shot attempt there by Michael DeSalvo. Gloved aside, better save by Kovac. And it's still 0-0 here with 13:49 to go. End-to-end action here in the Owens Center. Behind the Marquette net, there's a battle. Golden Eagles come out with it. Skating into the Rambler zone is Adam Benkovic. Benkovic, left circle, shot off the shoulder of Kovac and into the net. We're going to have a face-off to the right of Tyler Kovac here. Nice shot attempt by Benkovic. Up high, shoulder level. Kovac was able to steer it aside into the net, and we're going to have a face-off now to Kovac's right. Taking the draw now for the Golden Eagles is Corey Quinn. Quinn wins the draw. Loyola trying to take possession now. Puck back at the blue line for the Golden Eagles. Entering the Rambler zone is Christopher Morrow. Morrow shoots it wide. Ramblers pick it up along the near boards in their own zone. Coming away with the puck, however, is Johnny Stillman. Stillman behind the net. We have a goal. And a dab. A goal and a dab. All right, we're going to get a look at the goal here. That goal scored by number 19 for the Corey Quinn. There's the dab. Coming in from the near corner was Quinn. And he was able to pick up the puck on the far side of Kovac, slip it into the net. We have a 1-0 lead for Marquette here in the early goings of the first period. Marquette versus Loyola of Chicago. Marquette coming out of their own zone. Puck stolen away by the Ramblers. Taken back by Marquette. Entering into the Rambler zone. Holding on to it along the near boards is Lee Barnes. Barnes dumps it, puck lost and picked up by Brendan Natwara for the Marquette. He's going to skate it over the blue line. Feeding it along to Lee Barnes. Lee Barnes carrying it into the Rambler zone. Behind the Ramblers net is Connor Coyne. Connor Coyne along the near boards. Puck loose, picked up by Mitchell Alina for the Golden Eagles. And the Ramblers try and take possession. They're unable to clear the puck out of zone. Now they finally do. Might have a 2-on-1 opportunity. Skating in is Dominic Marcus. However, Robbie Arner able to make the save on that 2-on-1 attempt. Marcus unable to get by Robbie Arner. Take a look at the replay here. There you see Marcus with a quick shot, gloved up by Arner and no rebound. Face-off inside the Marquette zone, won by the Ramblers. Right point shot goes wide of Arner. Kept in at the left point. Attempted glove save, unable to do so. However, the Warriors, the Golden Eagles, are able to clear. Bringing it into the Loyola zone. Loose puck. Kovac sticked it aside. Marquette still able to keep possession of the puck, but now the Ramblers clear. Ramblers entering the Marquette zone. Left circle shot. Blocker save. We had a rebound attempt and a good goal. Referee immediately signaled a good goal on the rebound attempt. So even though the net was knocked off the mooring, the ref's calling that puck went in as a continuation of play beforehand. And coming up with the rebound, right at the tail end there, Ross Kaminsky. So 1-1 now, Marquette and Loyola all knotted up with 11:24 to go in the first period. Face off center ice. Puck dumped into the Rambler zone, chasing after it for the Ramblers, Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins feeding it outside. We got a man attempt, Nick Piper, near corner, behind the Marquette net. Shots tipped, save, what a save! Robbie Arner on a tip attempt from behind the net. Coming in as Piper. He's looking to feed on a tip attempt to Sean Thornton, and Arner was able to come up with an incredible save to keep the game knotted at 1. Marquette coming into the Loyola zone behind the net, tried a centering pass that was broken up. Nick Piper coming out now, another 2-on-1. Piper, shot, gloves, in the gut for Arner, and he's able to hold on, no rebound. So it's another 2-on-1 opportunity there for Loyola. So they're getting some odd man advantages here in these last minute. Piper being on both ends of these advantages. This time he elects to shoot, as he did last time. No rebound by Arner. We're still knotted up at 1 with 10:47 to go here on SportsTownChicago.com. Quick shot and deflection. Arner able to see that all the way into his pads, and he was able to save and hold on for another face-off to the left of Arner, Robbie Arner. Face-off won by the Golden Eagles behind their own net. Along the far boards, picking up the puck is Lee Barnes. Lee Barnes centering it out, leaving it for Mitchell Elena. Elena dumps it behind the Rambler net. Ramblers will pick up the puck along the near boards, coming outside their own zone and clearing. But puck knocked back in by Lee Barnes for the Golden Eagles. Now Loyola coming out. Matt Barnett carrying it over to blue line. Feeding it, shot on net, save, rebound attempt loose. And the Golden Eagles were eventually able to come up with the puck and knock it outside of their zone. So that rebound laid there for a little while. Golden Eagles eventually able to come up with the rebound. Coming up for the Ramblers now is Levi Bailey. Bailey centering pass, almost stolen away. And now coming into the zone is Harrison Oates. Harrison Oates drops the puck on net. Robbie Arner holds on, and we're going to have another face-off inside the Marquette zone. Well, some high-quality scoring opportunities for both teams here, and as you can see, Arner not giving up a rebound here. No Rambler in sight, however, but why take a chance? Golden Eagles have the puck. Brendan Notwara feeding it over inside the Rambler zone and chasing after it. This will be an icing call, however. And the faceoff will go back inside the Marquette zone. 1-1, Marquette and Loyola. 9:36 to go here in the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association Silver Division playoffs. This is game 2. Our game before had Iowa State defeating Missouri State 6-2 to move on to second round action for Iowa State tomorrow. Stolen away in the slot area, backhand attempt gloved by Arner, puck loose into the near corners, picking up the puck for Loyola, stripped away temporarily, however, and picked up by Marquette. Ramblers battling in the corner, picking up the puck for the Golden Eagles is Brendan Notwara, unable to get it out of the zone. Behind the net, 2 players from each team scrambling for it. Coming out with it is Marquette. Feeding the puck up along the near boards, skating in fast is Michael DeSalvo near boards. He gets around one defender. He gets around Jacob Soman up around the net. Centering pass, nobody there for Marquette. And Loyola looks to go the other way. Carrying it over is Andrew Hadley. Hadley dumps the puck in, and he's upended by his counterpart, number 6. for the Golden Eagles, Michael DeSalvo. Stoppage of play, and we're going to have a face-off inside the Marquette zone to Robbie Arner's left. Face-off won by the Ramblers, Nick Piper. Piper keeps it in. Shot from the near dot goes wide. Another shot attempt from the far dot goes gloved aside by Arner. And the Golden Eagles pick up the puck. Loyola intercepts it. Piper, good forechecking there, able to keep the puck inside the Golden Eagles zone. Scramble attempt. Piper, 2 or 3 good attempts there. Just being a thorn in the side of Marquette. Now here comes a breakaway attempt. Skating in all alone is Johnny Stillman. Stillman unable to get a shot off. Rebound, he scores. His first attempt was gummed up by the defenseman and the goalie. The puck laid loose there. Kovac unable to cover it up. And then coming in to bury his own rebound attempt was Johnny Stillman. So there you see the stick of the defenseman knock the puck loose. Stillman able to follow up on his own shot attempt though and put it past Kovac. Now we have a 2-1 lead for Marquette with 8:03 to go in the first period. Marquette wins the draw in their own zone. Moving it forward, dumping it into the Loyola zone, ringing around the net. Connor Coyne. Behind the net is Christopher Dolan for the Golden Eagles. Now the Ramblers come up with it. Cross-ice pass, looking to feed over the near boards. Coming into the zone is Matt Barnett. Barnett in the slot area, tried to get a shot attempt. That was broken up by a Marquette defender. Loyola still has it at the left point. Shot attempt blocked by Marquette. We're changing direction now. Coming in for the Golden Eagles is Christopher Dolan. Shot from the left circle, he was able to save. Rebound attempt goes wide. Picked up by Connor Coyne of the Golden Eagles. Near boards coming over to Eric Potts. Loyola picks up the loose puck. Near boards, trying to dump it outside of the zone. They do succeed, where it's picked up by Marquette. Skating with it now is Eric Potts. Potts missed pass attempt, trying to feed it over to Michael DeSalvo, unable to do so. Marquette has to regroup. Eric Potts carrying it over the blue line into the Loyola zone. Slot. Puck was knocked away and outside the zone. Potts skating after it. Near boards for Marquette. Carrying it into the zone now is William Paduelas. He dumps it behind the Rambler net. And picking up the loose puck for the Ramblers. Unable to clear, however. And puck left point comes out to the left point. Is it going to be a quick shot attempt? And it looks like we're going to get a high stick call here now. Trying to get the shot off at the point. Unable to do so. Dante Todaro was able to block that. And we got a high stick call for Marquette. So the Golden Eagles will be shorthanded Brendan Natwara going off for high sticking. The Ramblers to the power play with 6:14 to go here in the first period in the first round action of the MACHA Silver Division playoffs. Face-off near dot, won by the Ramblers. Quick shot attempt that went off the skate of one of the Rambler players. Rebound attempt over the net and wide. And the puck dumped back into the Rambler zone. Chasing after it is Victor Koister. He's being harassed there by Adam Benkovic. Benkovic putting on good pressure. Ramblers able to finally gain possession. Clearing attempt, however, went outside the zone. And now we're going to have another penalty. And it looks like we're getting a misconduct penalty on the player in the box for the Golden Eagles. So let's see what this looks like here. So he must have said something within the earshot of the referee, because he immediately picked up and pointed to the player in the box. And again, that's Brendan Natwara for the Golden Eagles. So it'll turn out to be a double minors situation. So 3:38 left on the power play. Puck knocked down with a high stick. And we have a stoppage of play. The faceoff will come outside the Marquette zone. So a big opportunity here for Loyola to knot this game up at 2 with an extended power play. I'm sure Coach Will Jurgensen is not happy with Brendan Natwara for the second penalty that took place there. Carrying it into the Marquette zone. Near corner. Patrick Myers trying to get it to the left point along the boards into the near corner. Skating with it now is Dominic Marcus. Gets it to the point. That was Koister at the point. Koister, point shot, unable to get through. And now we're going to have a breakaway attempt here for Marquette, but it was sticked aside. Nice stick work there by Ross Kaminsky, able to break up what could have been a possible shorthanded opportunity for Marquette. Marquette maintains possession in their zone, and they'll ring it down all the way, clear. Loyola takes possession of the puck in their own corner. Loose puck, going after it for the Ramblers and dropping it off to their captain, leading it over for Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins brings it into the Marquette zone. Dumps it into the far corner. Chasing after it for Loyola is Dante Tadaro. Marquette able to come up with it and clear. That puck is on net Kovac, and he's going to dump it off to Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins carrying over center ice. Feeding inside to Harrison Oates. Harrison Oates on the far point rings it behind the goal line for Marquette. Marquette able to clear all the way down into the Loyola zone, where it'll be picked up by Michael Farino. And they'll look to reset here on the power play with 1:56 left on their power play attempt. Skating the puck into the Marquette zone, and a quick shot attempt. Quick shot there by Dante Tadaro. Puck behind the net, Tadaro looking to center. He's trying to feed Harrison Oates. Now it goes to the left point. To the left point, near boards, far boards. Back over to the left point. Marquette able to steer it away. Now they're going to go on a 2-on-1, possible 2-on-1 attempt. Shot attempt, pad save by Kovac. Puck in the near corner, and chasing after for Marquette is William Podwellis. Now Loyola regroups back inside the Marquette zone. Quick shot and save. And Loyola in the near corner. Near point. Shot on net goes wide. Wide of Arner. And we have a puck battle in the far corner now. Coming up with the puck for the Ramblers. Circling around, trying to feed Ross Kaminsky in the left point, unable to do so. Now going after it for Marquette is Adam Benkovic. Benkovic along the near boards. Now we're going to have a penalty call. Looks like we got a hooking call coming up. And this is going to go on Loyola. So the hooking call on the Ramblers nullifies the rest of the power play, and the hooking call is going to go on Dominic Marcus. So for the next 37 seconds, 4 skaters aside, and then the Marquette Golden Eagles will have an abbreviated power play. Decent time, though, still minute 23 in power play time, not full 2 minutes. Kept in at the left point for Marquette. Near corner, Johnny Stillman. Stillman circles it around back to the left point for Marquette. Down over to Stillman behind the net. Chasing after it for Marquette is Corey Quinn. Quinn getting over to Stillman. Sticked aside by Kovac. Ramblers unable to gain possession here during the even strength portion. And now coming in on net. Unable to get a shot off, however. Kept in at the point, though, Johnny Stillman. Glove to side, chasing after to Stillman. Stillman near circle. Drops it alongside the boards to Mark Shipbaugh. And and Marquette trying to keep it in at the left point. Chip ball. Rings it around to Stillman. Stillman struggles it behind the net. 3 Marquette players behind the goal line. Now coming up front, looking for a passing attempt. Shot, save. Puck is loose, and Loyola was able to come out. Possible 2-on-1 opportunity here, but the play was broken up nicely by Christopher Dolan. Marquette comes back the other way. Drop pass in the slot area. Stick to side. Along the near boards. Colin Telemark. Left point to Brendan Natwara, who's now out of the box. Natwara at the left point. Fires a shot into the far corner. Chasing after it is Michael DeSalvo. And the Ramblers are able to clear. However, we do have a stoppage of play. And looks like we're going to have another penalty. So the referees are discussing it over with Coach Will Jorgensen for Marquette, exactly what's taking place here. Going to the box for Marquette is Michael DeSalvo. And then there's 18 seconds left on the penalty for Loyola. So we'll be at even strength for the next 18 seconds, and then Loyola will go on an abbreviated power play. Marquette wins the draw. Loyola tries to dump back into the Marquette zone, unable to do so. Puck along the boards, near boards. Looks like he lost possession of the puck, so we're going to have a face-off outside of the Loyola zone and the near boards. Two to one. Marquette over Loyola here with 58 seconds left in the first period. Loyola carrying it forward into the Marquette zone. Carrying it is Matt Barnett. Barnett, he's tied up in the slot area. Picking up the puck, however, is Patrick Myers. Myers slips it over to Koister. Koister shoots the puck from the top of the blue line, goes over Arner into the net. We're going to have a face-off. Let's see if that faceoff remains inside the Marquette zone. It will. And remember now that the Ramblers are on a power play, so with 39 seconds left, they do have a one-man advantage here in the power play. However, Marquette wins the draw and they clear. Chasing after it for Loyola is Ross Kaminsky behind his own net, looking to regroup. He's got Koister there for support. Kaminsky skating it up. Feeding along the far boards, skating in with it, trying to get around a defender, unable to do so was Matt Barnett. Into the corner is Patrick Myers. Myers and Barnett battling for Loyola, chasing after it for Marquette is Joe Bertain. Bertain in the corner, comes out to the left point, to the right point, Koister back to the left point, trying to feed Ross Kaminsky, and we have another stoppage of play. Looks like the puck came outside the zone. And that's the end of the period. So at the end of one period of play, Marquette leads 2-1 over Loyola University of Chicago, the Ramblers. The Marquette University Golden Eagles 2, Loyola Ramblers 1 after one period of play. So lots of good end-to-end action there. However, the end result was a 2-1 lead for the Marquette Warriors. So as we head into the break, Marquette with a 2-1 lead over Loyola here in the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association Silver Division Playoffs here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Out of all the schools I applied to, Illinois Media School was the first to personally guide me through the financial aid process.